Hello, my name is Gareth and today we have a loaded show for you to watch. So this is Nightly Politics. Here are today's talking points. Prime Minister Johnson to welcome French President Macron for Resistance anniversary. Scotland is in lockdown. Trade deal between the UK and the US. And UK government plane rebranded. Before we do anything else, first up, yesterday afternoon, a convoy of vehicles, including the Prime Minister's car, was involved in a crash yesterday afternoon on its way to 10 Downing Street. No one was injured, which is the good news. One person was arrested. We don't know anything about that as of the moment. But the first story is obviously Boris Johnson has welcomed French President Emmanuel Macron for a Resistance anniversary. There's 4 top-line resistance. Obviously, after the invasion of France being invaded by Germany in 1940, the Prince of Wales and Duchess of Cornwall welcomed President Macron to the UK. Prime Minister Johnson paid tribute to the courage and sacrifice of the fighters. They're also discussing about the measures between the UK and France. And Donald Trump said it's okay for the UK to open up safely and responsibly. Second bit, the plane that the Prime Minister and the royal family are going to do is to be repainted. So the plane they're using is going to be repainted, and what we know, it's at £900,000. That is not only a lot of money to spend for a plane to be repainted, but also, seriously, spending that amount of money during a situation like this, I'm not sure that's the wisest of ideas, if not the daftest. But do I think it's a good idea? Yes. Should it happen now? Not yet. They should wait until after the pandemic and possibly wait until it's all contained. The next bit that we also got news of today is a trade deal between the UK and the US. And what we know is that it is unlikely that we may see a trade deal at the moment, but we may see it happen in a few months' time after we leave the after we get all the deals sorted out with the EU. Obviously, not only the UK and US good allies, but both Prime Minister Johnson, who was born in New York, and Donald Trump, who was born also in the US, are such good friends and known each other for quite a while. So it's quite obvious we may see a trade deal between the UK and US, but we're not sure yet. And the other bit is about Scotland's changes to the situation that we're living in at the moment. They made their changes, and a little bit I referenced to them. Scotland's lockdown changes. From today, people shielding can exercise. People who are in nursing or residential care homes not to exercise. People shielding can take part in non-contact outdoor activities such as golf. People who are in shielding can meet outdoors with people from one other household, but in groups in no more than 8. From tomorrow, the advice changes, where people can enter other households to use the toilets, but should continue meeting outdoors. You'll be able to meet with larger groups including family and friends outside, with the maximum of 2 extra households and 8 people. People who live alone or with children under 18 can have a house bubble like we have in the UK with one other household. You can visit indoors and stay overnight. This has to be with this household only. Public transport can increase the capacity but remain limited for physical distancing. Face masks, like we have in the UK, will be mandatory on all public transport. From Monday, the 22nd of June, the lockdown changes in Scotland include dental practices can reopen to see patients with urgent care needs, while meanwhile procedures which generate aerosols will remain at emergency dental hubs. The guidance also says the resumption of professional sport held behind closed doors. That's going to happen from the 22nd at the moment. Unrestricted outdoor exercise is permitted so long you adhere to distancing measures. Non-contact sports like golf, hiking, fishing, etc. remain allowed. Places of worship will be able to reopen for private prayers but not for extended groups. Gyms will not be allowed to reopen. And from the 29th of June, the changes include outdoor markets to reopen, provided controls of, firstly, the number of people, and secondly, distancing. Non-essential retail to reopen, but outdoors entrances. Shopping centres not allowed to reopen. Sports courts and playgrounds to reopen. Non-essential indoor, non-office workplaces can reopen, including factories, warehouse labs, and research facilities. Construction can reopen in phases. Housing moves people, that means people move in houses. That will be allowed. Marriages and civil partnerships can take place with minimal people only. College and university staff can return to make preparation, but not open to students. Well, quite a lot of changes. I think Scotland are doing it slowly, but considerately. If I was First Minister Sturgeon, I think that's probably the right idea to do with allowing shielding people out at the moment, doing that today. Obviously, they're following the route map of England, except from in a different way. Probably would have left it later, a little bit later on, a couple of weeks, and I would have left all those businesses later. And my personal opinion is that having them stay within 5 miles of their home is still the key part. That's what I think is the key for Scotland with the pandemic at the moment. I believe it's worked, and it still has. And I think Scotland's one of the few countries that considered what they're doing bit by bit. And also, in the last few hours, we've learned not only have the 2 women in the 2 British girls that flew over to New Zealand only test positive for the situation, we've just heard that a 3rd person has got infected. What will happen next? We'll, of course, update you during the next few days. Will New Zealand enter a 2nd lockdown, or will they have localised lockdowns? Those are being considered as of the moment. We can't tell you as of the moment, but we'll, of course, let you know during the next few days. I'm Gareth Thomas. Have a look at my social media channel. If you want to follow me, I'm on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, and I'm also on Facebook. So you can follow me, like, subscribe, hopefully to get all the latest from my social feed and to enjoy the next episodes. After a show like this, I have to say it's time to say goodbye. My name's Gareth Thomas, and I hope you enjoyed seeing this episode. Goodbye.